Hey guys, it's me again, Barry with Barry's 8-Track and Classic Car Radio Repair. And this time we're demonstrating a radio out of a 1955 Studebaker President. It comes from Jim in Durwood, Maryland. And Jim has sent me actually 2 radios for conversion. Thank you very much, Jim, for your business from all the way across the country there. And Jim has requested the modern internal FM conversion with the Bluetooth feature and, of course, the aux input. And so we're here to make sure everything works before we send her back. Now, one thing I want to point out on this one is whereas most radios have a tone control, a lot of these older radios have a tone switch. And because it's not a continuous type of tone control, we actually use the volume control as a continuous tone control, and the volume control will also allow you to adjust your left-right balance and your front-rear fader. I'm going to demonstrate all that right now. Don't worry about that. It can be confusing, but once you get used to it, it'll be should be pretty easy. So let's go ahead and turn this puppy on. I've got it set to AM at the moment. And while we've got it on talk radio, I'll go and demonstrate the tone and balance and faders. Right now, that's the volume control, obviously. So I'm going to turn it into a tone control by rotating this switch. This switch says high, medium, and low. I'm going to rotate this switch to high. At that time, this volume control becomes the tone control. So let's try that.
How much I trust Nick Rovich. So I didn't get a chance to
here we go.
AmericanFederal.com.
Okay, now it's a tone control.
AmericanFederal.com. Or just call them at 800-221-7694.
Okay, let's adjust our
pressure. In fact,
let's try our front rear fader.
Dissuade me from getting things I want.
Fader adjust.
Okay, let's get our meters in the picture here. So now we're adjusing our front rear fader using the same knob. This is done using the volume knob.
And her fascinating thesis.
Okay, I'm gonna center them.
This columnist and her fascinating thesis.
Let it time out.
Fader
set. Okay, now we're going to adjust our left-right balance. Same procedure, except we turn our volume control, our tone control twice to the left.
At the speed of
balance adjust.
Okay. So now all the way left. All right, this is all using the same knob, the volume knob.
I would say that the last few years have
okay,
moved them from tortoise to rabbit. It became necessary.
Balance set. Okay, and before you switch this back to volume, you want to turn your tone control back up so it sounds good. Okay, now we're going to switch it back to volume.
I want to add one more to my list.
On this outer knob, I'm going to switch it back to the volume control position.
Volume hold.
And there we go. And so now we can adjust our.
So I agree with
this is once again our volume control.
I think all
okay, let's make sure the Bluetooth goes into pairing mode.
The main reason to me why
Bluetooth ready to pair.
Okay, you can hear the lady saying Bluetooth ready to pair. She'll come back in 90 seconds saying pairing not completed. Let's go ahead and move on to FM, which we do by turning the radio off and then right back on within about half a second. So here we go. Off, on. Now we're on FM, and I have all 5 presets set to FM stations in my area for a quick test. Well, there we go. Yeah, these drifted a bit. These old tuners, sometimes it takes a...
Up, and our second article is MC Prescott. Ya estamos 2023 viewers will match it up to
Toyota. Find yours.
Okay, so we can see all our presets are working.
Following Iran's strict dress law.
Seguimos, amigos, en tu programa how quickly our leading progressive organs rally to deny that Democrats are doing what Democrats. A classic against worry. We can get vehicle Prescott. I mean.
Holiday homes as high prices are driving out local.
Week you have Richard.
Yeah, this one Driscoll. It can take a few tries with these old tuners.
Option is on the.
Okay, now we got them all preset, and that should conclude the test. Let's check the dial light, make sure that comes on and off. When I press the button, you can see it peeking through.
One Australian woman has just run
right through that little slot right there. You can see that dial light flashing on and off in response to my command. So that concludes the test. And one thing I didn't mention at this radio has to work with a 6-volt positive ground car. So I've got a power adapter that I installed to convert it from negative 12 volts to minus 6 volts. I'm sorry, from positive 12 volts to negative 6 volts. Basically, it's a positive ground, so the hot wire is negative on a 6-volt system. on a positive ground system, that is good. Lord, I haven't been getting too much sleep lately, I guess. But at any rate, we're all done. All the functions are operating properly, and she's ready to go back to the customer. And I'm Barry with Barry's 8-Track and Classic Car Radio Repair, and you can reach me for service by visiting the website that's in the description below. And if you download and print a work order, then you won't need to call me with a whole bunch of questions, because I really need to be on the bench to get the actual work done. I don't get anything done on the phone, so please do respect that. And when you visit my website, print and fill out a work order. Download and print a work order. Have it in your hand before you call me with questions, because once you've got that work order in your hand, you probably won't need to call me unless you just want to have a quick chat to get to know me and trust me, which is perfectly fine. But as far as options, prices, turnaround times, all that stuff, that stuff I don't discuss on the phone. You got to get that information beforehand by printing a work order. So thanks so much for watching and listening, and thank you, Jim, for your business all the way from Maryland, and we'll see you guys next time.